So I know this is going to annoy a lot of people out there, but Colby Covington's post-fight press antics have been embarrassing. Last in-cage performance was embarrassing. This whole post-UFC 296 is just a train wreck for Colby. Look, I am not some Luke Thomas MMA fan. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I am not like lining up to watch the new Marvel movies coming out. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like if I was gonna move to America, I'd be living in Texas or Florida. Do you hear what I'm putting out there? But Colby Covington's last interview on Fox News, I needed to make this video to talk about Colby and his last interview on Fox News. Like his last in-cage performance, it's just been a joke compared to the other in-cage performances or characters in our sport and how they handle things. Most famously, I'm going to draw a comparison here to Conor McGregor. And honestly, I wasn't minding Colby leading up to UFC 296. And while he was doing his walkout, I was excited. I was really excited. I was like, imagine if he wins this, yeah? And Trump does put the belt around him. This is going to be such a wild night. Like this is the spike of excitement we needed after what was a dull 3 fights on the pay-per-view leading up to the main event. And then Colby Covington, he just performed like a teenager on his first night in bed. He was scared to do anything. And at the end, when he did decide to lay some ground and pound, you know what I mean? He was just, it was weak. It sucked. It was soft. I don't know about you, but I left disappointed. Then he goes and does this post-fight press conference and has the audacity to say that he thinks he won. Like, and Trump was literally walking away from him in the middle of that weird MAGA talk he was doing at the end of the fight. And then what really got me going was this new spiel that he just did on Fox News. He's literally saying that he won on paper and that the judges and the entire athletic commission is working against him because he's a Trump fan. Play the clip, Dougie. Play the clip.
And you were in control much
5
longer
minutes
than
more
he was.
control time.
I mean, I didn't see the fight, and I'm sorry, but you know, I couldn't make it. But I mean, it looks like you won on paper. Do you think now that you're a Trump supporter, outwardly, this cost you fights?
I do believe that. You know, I think they stacked the deck against us because they don't want we the people to have control of this country again, and that's what Trump stands for. He stands for democracy. He stands for freedom. So they're going to do everything they can to keep us down. You know, from shadow banning us online, even if we're saying the truth. You know, they're not going to let us. They're going to make us censored, not let the people see that. You know, if it's in a judging position in a fight or any type of athletic sporting event, they're going to stack the deck against us. So it's a sad time in our country, but you know, we the people, we need to rise up, and we can't let this keep us down.
What a spud of a bloke. Dude, you're saying, like what you're saying, Colby, you are losing so many fans. Who is still a Colby Covington fan out there? Like, how can you support someone like this? Like, I get it. Yeah, you dress up like a South Park character for the press conference, but when you lose, man, take it on the chin. And it's such an obvious loss. I don't think anyone with 2 working eyes, even Michael Bisping, I don't think anyone would think that you won that fight, Colby. Now, let's look how Conor McGregor handles a loss. Put the clip in here, Dougie.
Conor, thank you very much for doing this. Can you describe the emotions after a loss like that?
You know, it stings real bad, but this is the fight business. I've been on the end of many defeats in my life, and I've rose back, so I will not shy away from it. I will not make excuses for it. I will assess it and come back.
I know it's still very fresh, but in hindsight, do you feel like you almost bit off more than you can chew here?
I just misinterpreted his efficiency. He was very efficient, and he took shots well, and he played with his energy.
Regal, run for president, Conor, or prime minister, whatever it is you guys do in Ireland. Have a go, mate. Conor always takes a loss on the chin. He talks about what he could have done better, what mistakes he made. He gives praise to his opponent. He goes back to the trash talking, but he goes back to the trash talking after he's had like a moment of humility in front of the fans, so we can all take that out breath. Now, I know there's the famous like Conor in cage, your wife's in my DMs, but he had just lost to Dustin Poirier. And that was probably his most devastating loss yet. Like, he's sitting on the cage floor and his leg is snapped. He's looking at his leg in different pieces. I think we can give him a bit of a pass for that one, yeah? Whereas I've literally seen Colby run out of the arena like a scared little girl after a loss. Like, I know that Conor has said some crazy things in his own personal war against the Dagestanis. And Conor said some wild things to Jose Aldo. Like, if Conor versus Aldo was happening in MMA in 2024, there is no way that he would get away with what he's saying now. Like, what did he say? Like, he would ride into the favelas on horseback and slay everyone and take the women and children or something, whatever he was ranting about back in the day. Just look at what we've been talking about with the last two pre-fight press conferences that we've had. Like, MMA is so soft at the moment. There is no way that Conor would have gotten away with being how wild he was back in the day if it was today. But at least Conor took the losses like a man. That's what is so annoying about what Colby Covington is doing and playing this character. I don't even know if it is a character anymore, right? Like, Colby is just playing this delusion all the way to the grave. And honestly, to Colby, I mean, if you are a fan of Trump, not being able to take a loss like this is a bit of a meme, mate. Like, it's very ironic. You are not helping Trump by clowning around here. Like, not being able to take an L on the chin, that's pretty much the MAGA movement, like post 2020, you know, red wave. Oh, we took the L. You can't take that L. Like, as an Aussie, as an outsider, as an impartial third party, it's a bad look, mate. Like, jumping around on the media, not being able to take an L with the MAGA hat on, it's a real bad look, real bad. Then, to call out Wonderboy next, you are a joke, mate. If you want to save your career, Colby, drop the I Never Lose act, call out a real fighter, call out Shavkat, gives you time to heal, gives him time to heal up. Call out JDM, call out Vicente Luque. Do not call out Wonderboy. That is not how you're going to save your career. I don't know how you're going to save your career. I don't know. Like, is in the next fight, just come out as like a full Democrat. Like, just do a complete spin. Walk out in a pride flag, you know, like have the Star Spangled Banner playing as you walk out song, take a knee in the pre-fight prep zone. I don't like, just go completely hard in the other direction. You're all team red this week. Next year, just go team blue. So, okay, I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do, because what you're doing now is tanking your career. I mean, at this point, Henry Cejudo is right, mate. Like, you're going to have to live with this image that you're portraying now, post UFC 296, for the rest of your life. It's a Dylan Dennis level image. Like, you are having a more embarrassing UFC 296 than Ian Gary did at this point. Right, good. I feel better now that I got that off my chest. Let me know, what do you guys think about Colby Covington? I know there's some like ride or die Colby Covington fans out there. So what are you, like, when you see him do this, are you not getting frustrated as well? Like, let me know, man. I always appreciate your comments like this one from Stephen Smith. Oh, I finally understand what they mean when they call people casuals, mate. That's very original, Steve. That's a pretty casual YouTube comment, mate. But yeah, good on you. Or, you know, you could leave a good one. Yeah, like this one from Matsu10. He goes, I'm South African. DDP isn't gay. Trust me, it's a cultural thing to kiss family this way, and families being the operative word. I don't know if he's coaches his family, but I'm hearing you, mate. I'm hearing you. I understand it's a hard concept for most cultures to wrap their head around, but it is what it is. The context for DDP here is when Sean calls him and his coach, you know, is basically saying that DDP and his father are having sex. I didn't know that. What? That's his father? What is? Okay, cool. Sean has no right to complain about DDP giving it back to him. Look, Matsu, that's such a fair take, man. Look, I look at it this way, is if you're going to call someone that or make those sort of accusations, then they're going to come back at you hard. Like, if you can't take it, don't give it out. And I think Sean Strickland is getting like a real lesson in that this week. My 2 cents, your 2 cents. I appreciate the comment. If you're a Colby fan, what do you have to say about this situation? Him clowning around on Fox News. To me, completely embarrassing. That's why I made about a 10-minute rant on it. If you're enjoying this channel, if you're still here at this part of the video, that means I've entertained you in some way or given you something to think about. So if you could say thank you by hitting that subscribe button down there, it means so much to small creators like me, and you might enjoy my next video that pops up on your YouTube feed. And if in the future you find that you don't like them at all, that like the unsubscribe button is just as easy as the subscribe button. It will take you a second, It's totally fine. We can move on with our lives. That is it for me in this one. You guys have a great Christmas. And of course, I'll see you all in the next video.